we talking about basketball, sports, or some shit. And not that it's a bad thing, but it's just like growing up as a kid. It's like almost we, as a black boy or black man, we look at sports as success, or a way out. You know what I'm saying? And even growing up from the hood, it's like, okay, I'm gonna either be a rapper or play sports. I really don't see no other way out of the projects. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I think that's why that comes up a lot with black men. You know what I'm saying? We're not as privileged as a white man, so you go have a random conversation with a white man in the airport or anything, and he might be talking within those first 3 minutes. He might be talking about his businesses, or you know what I'm saying, his what he's setting up for his kids and things like that. Because a motherfucker with money is a motherfucker with options, and we don't come from a family or generational wealth. Stop, baby, stop. Go watch your cartoon. So and that's just what it is. So I think looking back at the whole COVID shit, for a while when we start hearing about it more, we heard no reports of a black person having it. Right. Then you start hearing people like what's the actor name? Idris Aldris, whatever his name is. Albert had it. Then the NBA player had it. Right. So he was one of the people that spoke out about black people not having it or not being able to catch it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then sometime later, weeks later, he's sitting with his wife saying that he has it. You know what I'm saying? So I think what made us take it serious is when they was like, okay, the NBA is getting shut down. You see what I'm saying? That shit, niggas is like, hold on. Right. And it's just like, okay, this ain't no shit, because we know how much, we can only imagine how much billions of dollars is tied up within the NBA. You talking about at least 6 major networks that's losing that. You talking about NBA players losing money. You talking about yeah, exactly. Even just the owners alone, like one owner alone is playing with billions. So and you have X amount of teams. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was like, because we could live our whole black lives watching the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Right. And from being a kid till we're old men, we're 70, 80 years old. We watch so many bad athletes come and go. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like to be a fan of a sport, which you could be any age, and to a sense you kind of look up to that sport. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. So, and you kind of respect it. So even just like leadership, a team is going to panic when they see the leader panicking. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this. Like, I want you to keep it. Now, you already gonna keep it uncut. Right. Do you feel? Because, bro, somewhere in my heart, I feel like they unleashed this shit on niggas. Like, this wasn't on no some nigga bit of bad. I'm not trying to hear no bad shit, my nigga. Right. Like, because this how I feel about it, right? The same people that told me somebody land on the moon, the same people that telling me they can build all these crazy skyscrapers, do all this wild shit. We're in 2020. We got wild iPhones and shit. Been going on for goddamn 8 months, and nobody in the whole entire world can fix it. Nobody in the whole entire world. Niggas got astronauts. Niggas got satellites. Right. Niggas doing all this shit, but nobody can fix this shit. Like, do you feel like this shit is unleashed on us somehow, some way? This is what I think. You ever seen the movie Sausage Party? No. Okay, so it's a little cartoonish type movie. Right. But it's a whole lot of fucking messages in it. And this is the idea of the whole movie. The food products, whatever, they on the shelves. So they're trying to get saved. So when the customers come in with the carts, they call the customers the gods, because they're going to get saved when they pick them up off the shelf. Right. You see what I'm saying? And when they look off the shelf, look far and deep out, they see the light out of the doorway. Yeah. So when they see this bright light, to them, that's their heaven. Oh, shit. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, like, let's say I'm a bottle of mustard and you're a bottle of mustard, but I'm standing right behind you. So you're finna get saved next. So when you get out of here, it's my turn. So I'm super happy. You see what I'm saying? So everybody have this, but they've been fed this idea of what being saved is. You see what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So they don't find out that when they get out of there, and when these things that they call gods take the hot dogs or whatever off the shelves, they happy. They sit in the cart. You know, they sliding on the little checkout belt. You know, all that stuff. They get back. They hop in the car. They get home, and then they cut the hot dog pack open, and then they throwing you into hot boiling water, and now all y'all screaming. Now all your family of the 8-pack of hot dogs, y'all getting separated and split up and tortured. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like that part almost reminded me of like it's like someone. I'm gonna get into that in a minute, but I'm finished telling you about the movie.
All right.
The dude that some little piece of food or whatever was like in the grocery store for so many years. He was like down in the basement somewhere, but he was telling the truth to somebody else. Like, man, look, if these fucking food products knew the truth about what goes on, they'd lose their fucking minds.
Right.
So I had to fucking tell them a lie to keep them sane and to keep them in order. You see what I'm saying? And he was like, and he said, this is the thing. So I made up this big lie, right, to keep them in order. Now, and so they could just live a peaceful life until, you know what I'm saying, until it's time to be the end.
I'm already seeing correlation already. Go ahead.
Exactly. So check it out. He said, so I tell him this lie. He said, then these other motherfuckers start coming. You know, I made this sauce. The lie, my lie is the sauce. So I made this big lie. So then these other motherfuckers started coming and remixing my shit. Like putting their own little twists in the shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was pissed off by it. Like, man, y'all. So basically it's like, here go the original Bible. You know what I'm saying? Then you come with your version. And then they talking about making translations. It's like, and then he adding to it. And he talking about the New Testament. So it's like, y'all remixing my shit. So he was getting mad and riled up. And then he was like, but at the end of the day, it's all good because it kept them away from the truth. And that's what the main thing I was trying to do is keep them away from the truth. You see what I'm saying? So even if it costs a few of our own people to destroy or wipe them all the way out, it's just gonna have to cost a few of us. You see what I'm saying? But we can't make this shit so evident to where it's like, oh, we're just attacking them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So somebody's gonna have to take a loss. We're gonna have to sacrifice some of our own to get their ass. So that's the thing. So you do have some white people that believes in the Bible and, you know, lets the Bible control them. And it's like, okay, every white person can't be a leader. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the white race can't be a leader. Everybody in the white race can't be wealthy and rich forever. But they're trying to make sure in a generation they keep their grandchildren in that power and rich. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they just, I don't know about where y'all at, but in Illinois they just banned all Black History books out of the jails.
What?
So my favorite book is The 48 Laws of Power.
Right.
That book has been banned from jails. But they just, I think, beginning of the last school year, they banned all Black History books from Illinois inmates. Now, with that being said, if the Bible is a book of Black history, then wouldn't that be included?
Facts.
Okay, now look, you can't get any book for free while you're in jail. You can't get the little packages of salt that we tear open and put on our food and McDonald's and all that type of shit. You have to pay for that in jail. You have to pay for a 2-inch pencil while you up in jail. All of this little shit, you got to pay for a piece of paper to write your son when you're in jail. You got to pay for a phone call. You got to pay for all this shit. But you can get a brand spanking new Bible, King James Bible, for free by simply requesting it. And some people don't know that. When a dude in there told me that, I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And he's like, no, you really? I said, okay, I'm finna try it. CEO came in. I said, hey, I want to request a Bible. He was like, okay, I got you. Like 4 hours later, he bought me a brand new Bible, never been touched. I took the plastic off of it and started reading the Bible for the first time in my life.
So they can feed you that.
But this is the thing. They want to charge you to talk to your kid on the phone. Right. They want to charge you to write and communicate with your child or your mother through a letter. You know what I'm saying? And just certain shit like that. And it's like you want to charge me for all this. You want to charge me to eat some snacks or anything other than this food that you give us every day that's about to expire the next day or two. You see what I'm saying? But I could get the truth about God for free. As important as this is, I got to pay all this money for colleges.
Right.
But I can get the truth about God for free. You don't want me to know Black history, but you want me to know this. So it goes all the way back to who is pushing what and why. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody be like, oh, okay, I raped your mother, I raped your sister, and I raped your wife, and I killed your brother, and I hung your dad, and I bashed your newborn baby brains in with my boot heels just so I could save bullets. And when I put your kid in the tub, I made sure the hot water was boiling hot. And when your kid tried to hop out and splashed a little bit on my arm and it kind of burned me, I whooped his ass